Okay, not my usual content. Okay, first time watching. I'm Natalie. I'm a hoe. I am a jackaroffer of all trades, I guess. I don't know. I do OnlyFans, my live stream, and I'm an independent escort based in Cleveland, Ohio. But yeah, so I usually talk about being an escort, but not today. I'm going to talk about OnlyFans and why it is that I am considering leaving the platform altogether and going to somewhere else. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. If you're on, but anyways, this video is applicable whether or not you are on OnlyFans as a performer, if you're on OnlyFans as a customer. Fucking hear me out. Preface this, okay? I've been on OnlyFans for 4 years, pretty uneventfully, and I knew, because I've seen other girls talk about this online, that there is a problem with chargebacks on the site, and it never happened to me. I have a 0% chargeback rate, and so it's not something that really affected me until Q to now. Anyways, yeah. So I get this guy that subscribed to my page right after I had posted on Twitter that I was going live on OnlyFans, okay? And he told me this, like, he's like, oh yeah, I saw the screen grab of your live, so, I subscribed off of Twitter. And I'm like, oh, cool, whatever. So anyways, I do a show on, my show on OnlyFans is that I'm a squirter, and I do a squirt show with my fuck machine, either at my $100 goal, or you could take me private for $125. So we chit chat back and forth for a couple minutes, and then he's like, oh, nobody's joining your stream. Let's go private. So he tips me $125. And so what do? I go private and I start my show. Well, in the middle of this show, I start to notice that I started my period and it was pretty visible. And so as soon as I noticed, I'm like praying he didn't notice, and I log off immediately. And when I log off, I, clean up real quick and, immediately hop back on my phone and message him on OnlyFans. And I'm like, hey, listen, I started my period, and showing that on OnlyFans is against their terms of service. I don't want to get in trouble and risk my account. I'll be back live in a second once I get myself back together. But until then, here's 2 free videos, for your inconvenience. So I send him a couple free videos and nudes and whatever. And I hop back on the live after I get myself, cleaned up, taken care of, hop back on the live and finish the show. He's like, no problem. Thank you for being honest, and thank you for coming back, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, so all in all, he spent $135, and immediately after I did the show, apparently, he freaking goes and requests a chargeback from OnlyFans. And anyways, this happened a couple weeks ago, and I just now happened to notice. I go and I look, and it is the chargeback is from that show, and you could see what their reason is that they give to OnlyFans when they request a chargeback. No reason given, okay? So this guy just said, hey, I want my money back. Didn't say anything, didn't even say that, just pushed a button and said that, okay, I don't think that I want to spend that money anymore. And they just fucking gave it to him with no questions asked, okay? After I did the show, okay? Because here's the facts of the matter here, okay? Yeah, I started my period, right? It's against OnlyFans terms of service to show that on their platform, right? So I did the responsible thing to avoid getting in trouble. So I followed their rules by logging off, okay? I gave the guy free content for his inconvenience to be nice, and, just do good business. And then also, I came back and I finished the performance that was promised. So I delivered the service as promised, and even went over, and even went above and beyond, okay, to make things right for this guy. And all while following their rules. I did everything within my power to follow the rules and delivered as promised. And you just gave that guy the money that I earned just because? So I get a hold of OnlyFans support, and I explain the situation to them, in a nicer way. I'll include like the screenshot. Here, I'm going to scoot over so I can do that. The screenshot's probably going to be right. here for the remainder of this rant. But anyways, yeah, so I get a hold of OnlyFans. I tell them the situation, and they're like, well, unfortunately, after somebody asks for a chargeback and the refund is done, there's nothing we could do. And keep in mind that they did not notify me that there was a chargeback, okay? Like, I got no kind of message from OnlyFans, nothing, okay? They just gave him the money, no questions asked. And now they're telling me that there's nothing they can do about it because they already did it. So you're saying that, you know, despite me providing the service, delivering as promised, and following all your rules, my income is now in question just because? And so, you know, I message all this shit back to them, and and they're like, well, it looked like suspicious account activity. So now my question is, you know, no reason given with the chargeback. Did you just decide that somebody providing a service that your platform offers within the all while following the rules of your platform, that's suspicious to you? I received a tip for a live stream during the live stream. That's suspicious to you, OnlyFans. Of income through OnlyFans is the fact that I live stream, okay? And get tips from live streams. And I mean, like, when I find somebody to film with, then, you know, I'll make some boy and girl content or girl content. But that's, you know, those people, they come few and far between because, like, I'm only filming with people that I have a really great time with. And, you know, like, so it's like, that does affect me to have every single dollar that I make up for debate, you know, and especially through no fault of my own. And they just took my money. This is theft of services, okay? Essentially, this is theft of services, and this is fucking bullshit. This is bullshit. And, you know, they are just, like, I could already tell because my last message to them was, so it was suspicious to you that I received a tip for a live stream while doing a live stream, even though your platform offers live streaming with the tipping option? That was suspicious. And I know that they're just going to keep on fucking giving me a runaround and some stupid little excuse. And I know I'm not going to get my money back, probably. Because they are notorious for treating their performers this way. Will I survive without my that $135? Yes, I will. Okay, but at the same time, since, you know, this is my primary source of income through their platform is live stream tips, and now we're just going to debate the tips or just decide that getting tipped is suspicious and not even ask for my input before because $125 is not a small amount of money. You know, this is not like a $10 subscription here, which also he did charge back, but the $100 plus the $125 tip equaling $135. So $135 is nothing to sneeze at, okay? And I just, like, beyond words, like, so what am I going to do about this? I am going to just, I'm going to look into moving platforms. Maybe go to OnlyFans or Fansly or something. And it just really sucks because, you know, OnlyFans is like the largest and best known of like a subscription-based, fan-based type of website and it's useful to me, and I have a pretty good loyal following, and I really hope that this doesn't really affect me too much to change platforms, but it will affect me a lot if every single dollar I make is up for debate. And then I don't get it. It will be pointless for me to stay. So yeah, take this. If you were on OnlyFans as a performer, just take my story into consideration. And also, if you are a motherfucker who gets on OnlyFans and charges girls back as a way to get free porn, in an ocean full of other actual real and available free porn that you could have used alternatively, like you could have watched an entire ocean of porn that is readily available on the internet, like on Pornhub or whatever, wherever. You're fucking over a real person. But worry not, bitch, okay? Worry not. because there is recourse in it for you, actually, because my husband does work at a bank, and what will happen to you, okay, is that a little birdie in my husband told me that they are actually looking into your bank account statements, like when you're like applying for a loan or a mortgage or whatever. They're looking and they're seeing if you have a history of chargebacks and high risk and interactions with high risk accounts like OnlyFans or online gambling. Yeah, these are things that are being taken into consideration when you want to go get a mortgage one day, or when you want to go get a loan. If you're a little chargeback bitch, I hope you never get another house or car again. Which I will not rest, okay? I'm not getting my money back, but I'm not gonna fucking rest until that guy loses access to OnlyFans forever. Forever. And actually, I'm going to be including his screen name in this video. Because, you know what, he should not be able, at any point in time, to continue fucking performers over and stealing our services with no recourse. Even if they give him his account back, I just want to do my tiny part in making sure that you can't do that to somebody else. So yeah, these are my thoughts and feelings. As soon as I find a different platform to use for my live streams and stuff that is similar to OnlyFans, but with a support team that actually gives a shit about the people that are generating the money for their website, I'll make sure to include that in the description of this video, wherever that platform may be. Yeah, the link to it. But in the meantime, I'm a little bit apprehensive about going live.